Yeah, I'm feeling kind of depressed. So most of the time my problems, right? Um, okay, when I was three in the first and second Dover house, same age, different times, me and AJ fell and stepped on light bulbs. One was the round kind, and one was the swirly kind, certain one, and we both each time had to get rushed to the hospital separate times. Both together, separate times, had to get rushed to the hospital by my mom. Then told Dad what really happened. Said she told her a lie, and also when I was 5 and 6, I had to get my this part of my head buzzed so the electrodes could scan my brainwaves. They did it after they scanned my brainwaves. The electrodes scanned my brainwaves after I had the cyst removed at 6, and they scanned my brainwaves before I had the tumor removed at 5. And because they weren't picking up any brain activity for some reason, I don't know why. So they got the tumor removed, and they could pick up some brain activity. And I got my brain checked once a month with the what's it called? It was the electrodes on my head. So yeah, and when I was 8, on my 8th birthday, before the Q-tip accident, earlier that day, Vinny started a bar fight by hitting me in the head with a beer ball, and then the bar fight started, and then my fell on the floor. Then I woke up on the floor, and my right eye came out. Literally, it just came disattached from me. So me and Mom and AJ had to go to the hospital for them to reattach my eye, and it worked obviously. I lost the eye in the bag that was in the bag and filled with water. I lost the eye, and he had to get it. So I showed the secretary at the desk where my eye is missing, so she would believe it. So he can get the eye under the desk, and he did. So he said he held it because I was tired and exhausted from everything. Um, I think it was your hospital we went to. Um, yeah, so, um, also, when I was 9 in Columbus School, uh, I got in trouble for talking to myself, saying saying stuff like, "This eggnog tastes like my cousin Alyssa," and they could accuse me from terrorism and killism, one more times killism. Got in trouble for that kind of stuff all the time. So I just stopped talking like myself. Mr. Leonardo tried to explain that he was also the same guy that said, "If he hit you but not hurt you," so he left the abuse slide. So he's not the best judge of character, I think. So he explained that the kids weren't scared, just the teachers, and saying that the people you can't talk like that in school because people are going to think that you start thinking talking about something really sick and disturbing, and yeah, so I couldn't joke like myself. I couldn't talk like myself. Really, like talks. I I eventually got I kept on getting time out for drawing all the time, so I couldn't draw anymore, and I couldn't talk about movies because people kept on shutting me out because the only thing I could do was talk about movies, and then I got that eventually taken away from me because you told everyone to not talk about movies and then they eventually didn't want to talk about movies because the teachers and I don't know who started it. I don't know who started, but they just don't want to talk about movies for me. Pretty much everyone eventually. Oh, so yeah, and when I was 17 in 2015, Auntie Sue and Uncle and Auntie Sue and I mean Auntie Sue and Auntie Donna laughed at me for singing, and they decided to say, "Is that you trying to impress us?" And then they really kept on laughing, and it really caused me trauma. And one time when 2016, when me Auntie Sue said I didn't like Wonder Woman because she's a girl, and that traumatized me more. And she's also traumatized me more when we went to see the live action adaptation of Cinderella. And I said I didn't like the first Frozen movie, but I like the Frozen short. And she said you don't like it because you don't like chick flicks, and that traumatized me more. And one time when down the first cave house, she called me dummy. Nice going dummy, and she laughed. And I realized she was kidding me, but that traumatized me more. And the reason why she traumatized me by saying your cousins love you, but your cousins love you every time we were on camp for several years. I don't know how long it was. It's because it triggered my PTSD of how my principal at Columbus said that my mom says she loves me all the time, and she always says how great of an artist I am all the time at home. When the fact is that never ever happened, the opposite happened. And yeah, I feel better now.